So with the death of our leadership team, it came with some issues, right? We now no longer had an upgrade program. We no longer had those classes in our schedule, so we had some holes to fill. We didn't have a hook for the parents to commit to that 3-4 year, contract membership. And we were like, man, what are we going to do? And it was a little scary to say goodbye to something that had been in our system for almost 30 years. And we did. And it opened the doors for something really magical. Now, a little bit of background about me before we get too far. As Mr. Reed said, I grew up in the martial arts system. My parents owned and operated a karate school, and I heard a lot of, oh, perfect. Can we go to slide 4, please? Here's our school. This is Touchstone, so you have a picture of it. There's the stats and everything. And one more, please. Thank you. And I heard a lot, especially when Jennifer was talking the other day. You also grew up in a karate system. But here's the thing. I grew up in it, and I loved it. Don't get me wrong. I'm standing here today because I loved my experience in the martial arts world. But I also grew to resent it because, and I believe, Grandmaster Clark, you were talking yesterday about, raise your hand if you've ever missed, important family events, right? How many of us have missed important family events because we had to be working? Okay. I was that important event that got missed a lot. And I felt so lonely. I felt very alone growing up that way. And I knew that when my husband and I purchased this school, we said, we're not going to do that to our kids. And I know that not everybody has that experience. I know my experience is very different than everybody else's. But that was one of the things that we promised each other we would not let happen. We were going to be there for all of the basketball games. We were going to be there for all of the concerts, all of the, school certification, congratulations, award ceremonies, all of it. And to do that, we needed to build a rock star team. And so when we killed our black belt leadership team, we created something really, really cool. If you guys can hit next on a couple of these. Yep, keep going. We go one more, please. Thank you. So we decided to speak the parents' language. If I took somebody from out there and I said, hey, can you tell me what black belt leadership team means? People off the street, they're not going to know what that means. But how many of you guys know what AP or advanced placement means? In the school system, we don't call it the black belt leadership team. We have the AP program. And all of the parents, they don't even need us to explain it. They say, I want my kid in the AP program. I want them in advanced placement. We don't even have to sell it. They look at it and they go, yes. How much? I don't care. Put them in it. So that was number one. Number two, our schedule then began to fill with additional classes. We were having wait lists, and it was a great problem to have because people talk not necessarily about how their kids can kick and punch, but what they're learning in the school, the leadership skills that they're learning, those life skills, and every single one of our students got that from day one. And then we said hello to a program that I'm really excited to introduce to you guys, and that is the Vanguard program. This is our Vanguard University, and it is a program that is so near and dear to my heart. My husband and I have worked very hard on it for the last 5 or 6 years. We have done all of the legwork. We have made mistakes, and we have pushed forward, and now we have something that allows us to do exactly what we're going to do. If we can go to the next slide here. Thank you, and one more, please. So Vanguard is our 4-year instructor training program. This is a university, so they have coursework, they have study guides, they have exams, and these are not martial arts based items. You could literally put in gymnastics curriculum, you could put in dance curriculum. Right now, martial arts is the vehicle that we use to give all of this information. But here's where it gets a little crazy, maybe. I want you guys to kill the idea that your instructors need to be black belts. They absolutely do not. You need to have capable, kind people who want others to grow and learn. And if they know how to do a punch, let them teach others how to do a punch. They don't need to be a black belt. They don't need to be a master at everything. They just need to be able to do a couple things to pass along that knowledge and to inspire others. I also want you to kill the idea that age matters. You do not need to be a certain age to be on that floor making a difference. He's 9 now, but at 7 years old, Quincy, if you're watching, hi Quincy, he is 9 years old now, and he is leading our mat chats, our leader lessons. He is taking small groups, and he is doing a phenomenal job. I mean, this kid, he's doing everything right, and it's because of the program we've set up, and because he wants to be that leader. We also need to let go of perfection. How many of you guys have a leadership team and you go, wait, that's not how you do it, let me help you? Anybody have those moments? None of you? Okay, I was gonna say, you guys gotta start everybody's like, me maybe? I know that for me, that's really hard for me to let go sometimes. But you were not the perfect instructor when you were learning and growing. You had your growing pains too. We all still have our growing pains. But we have to let them make their mistakes and grow. And as long as you have a great communication system with them, you are going to have that. And the parents are going to watch them fail forward and be so grateful for it, because that is such a good life lesson to have, to be able to fail forward and safely and comfortably. And that's what this program does. And kids are capable of so much more than we give them credit for. If you guys are any part or have heard any part of Melody Johnson's skills programs, kids are so much more capable than we give them credit for. They are so smart. I have 9 and 10-year-olds that greet new students, new parents. They know how to handshake. They know how to introduce themselves. They know how to hand the waivers to them and explain the waivers. And if they have questions about how to enroll in the membership, they have that information too, at 10 years old. How many of you guys would love to do something other than sit and talk with the people about those basic minimalistic things if you're already busy with something else? If you've got 6 new people and you can't talk to all of them at once, how many of you have had a new person walk out the door because you can't get to them in time? Whether it's they walked in and you're too busy and so they just walk out, or they finish a trial and you're too busy talking to the other trials and they leave without information. This is how you do that. And I'm going to tell you right now, as a parent myself, if I had a 10-year-old kid come up to me and with confidence and like just authority, be like, hey, here's all the information you need. Do you have any questions? Let me answer those for you. I would go, what is happening here? I want my kid to be part of this. And that's what we've done.